Yo, what up? What up? Welcome back. Welcome back to Marlon Speaks Live. What up? What up? What up with y'all? Shit, it's going down. I swear, I got a video of one of my favorite YouTube channels that I wanted to share. Urban politicians, man. My guy Big Ant, the spokesman. Yo, 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 stay on your pivot. You know what I'm saying? So this is my guy, man. I've been watching him. Actually, my channel, he inspired me so much to even want to do what I'm doing. Shout out Big Ant, the spokesperson, man. Urban politicians, UPTV, stay on your pivot at all times. Yeah, so I'm gonna share this video of Big Ant. I'm gonna add the link in the description so y'all can watch his video in full. It's my guy, man. I really love his content. And I haven't watched this video yet, but like I said, I watch Big Ant so much that it don't matter what he talk about. I watch every video damn near. So, and it's one of my favorite boxers. I actually did a live stream of the last fight on my on this channel. Actually, it got it got taken down because I guess I wasn't supposed to be doing that. But I kind of figured. But I was just really sitting at home by myself watching the fight. So I was like, you know what? Let me turn this camera on, and it was a nice turnout. Probably had about all in all maybe 500-600, maybe 1,000 views or more. People from all over the world. A lot of y'all subscribed during that time, so I thank y'all for watching that fight with me. But yeah, this video is about Bud, and Bud obviously won that fight. Shout out Bud Crawford, man. I already know it's something in this video without even watching it yet that's relevant to the content that I share on my channel. You know, so I'm pretty much think I'm a little older than Big Ant, but we pretty much in the same, generation. So we kind of see things similar. So I pretty much know that this content on his channel is something that I will be passionate about, because pretty much anything Big Ant posts on his channel, I'm usually very passionate about. So I can just, I pretty much know firsthand that however this video gonna play out, I know that this is something that I need to share with y'all too on my channel. So yeah, check it out. Make the screen bigger.
Thanks everybody for being here. I'm happy for this moment. I'm happy for, the support that Omaha has been giving me over the years. I would say I'm blessed. It's been a roller coaster.
Seatbelt. I'm opening the door. I'm opening the door.
Right here on my right. I'm keeping my up.
I'm not reaching for no gun. Can I move my?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as Terrence Crawford just got one of the biggest career wins and put himself into one of the greatest boxers of all time conversation. Most definitely the one of this era. Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no back and forth conversation no more. He is him.
Yes, sir.
Then they was doing a parade out in his hometown for his day and his birthday, and just to celebrate everything, as y'all seen right there. Most definitely, congratulations. But the night ended sadly and badly as he was pulled over at gunpoint by the police from what they claim was reckless driving. Now, you know how that sound, you know how that look. We talking Omaha, Nebraska now, and the police have put out there that they are looking into this more. They launching an internal affairs because of how does this seem? How do you make a mistake like this? Now, I ain't saying nobody supposed to be above the law, but from what the write-up says right here, it most definitely seemed like it could have been excessive. Terrence Crawford was forced out of a car at gunpoint by a police officer with the tense exchange caught on video, and it's leading to an internal investigation. Video is circulating online showing the boxer slowly unbuckling his seatbelt, opening his door, and stepping out of the car, while an officer at his window holds a flashlight in one hand and a gun in the other. The officer repeatedly tells Crawford to step out, and he replies at one point, "I ain't reaching for no gun," with his hands up the whole time. Crawford was then patted down by the officer before the clip to an end. The Omaha Police Department released a statement Sunday morning explaining the city's mayor and chief of police are ordering a review of the traffic stop by the Internal Affairs Department. The statement reads, shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Ave. A traffic stop was conducted at Cash Street. It continues while speaking with the driver. An officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. For safety, all four occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. Ultimately, cops learned everyone in the vehicle was licensed to carry, and a police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene when requested by Crawford. Ironically, Bud received a hero's welcome in Omaha earlier Saturday, appearing as the man of the hour at a parade celebrating his recent upset win over Canelo Alvarez. Clearly, the day didn't end the way anyone thought it would. Now, they have put out a statement and things saying that they're looking into this. Now, we got to wait till everything come out. They say driving reckless is just with the history. As a nigga myself who has been pulled over, I guarantee you 100 times by the police because of the type of car that I got and grew up driving. I just know that sometimes you could get profiled. It didn't look like they was in no old school and nothing like that. I don't know, was he swerving? But when you get a gun pulled out on you by the police, you going to feel a way about it, bro. Even though they had the gun there in the car, it's just like anytime somebody going excessive with it, treat you like you a criminal, yeah, ain't nobody above the law. We not going to press that line. But I'm just saying, it's like, huh? Like, bro, I just really celebrating my day. I'm really celebrating one of the biggest moments of my career, and I'm ending the night with a gun in my face.
I'm going to add this, bro. According to them, no one is above the law, right? And since we're in their country, we, abide by the law or whatever. But God is above the law. And since we happen to be in the image of God, the law, fuck the law. I don't care, but I have my own set of personal, just moral code that, God gave me, you know what I'm saying? So it just so happened my moral code and my common sense seem to line up with the law. So I don't necessarily like subscribe to the law. I don't think the law is more important than just my mindset, my interpretation, and how I just so happen to my personal beliefs and how I see things just so happen to line up with the law. A lot of the laws make sense. So I look at it like, oh, yeah, it makes sense to not speed. Why speed? Why speed when that red light is going to stop you more times than any? You might as well go the speed limit so you ain't got to keep stopping at red lights. That's how I drive. It makes sense for me to not speed because, especially in my city where I know these lights. So I notice if you speed in this city, you're going to stop more at the lights. I don't want to keep stopping. I like green lights, so I go to speed limit. So you know what I mean? That's an example of how my personal perspective line. It just so happened to coincide with the law. So I don't really care about the law. I just care about my interpretation of what makes sense. And it just so happened that my interpretation of what makes sense, it usually, like it makes we make the law, basically. People make the law. Because see, this is the difference. The laws, a lot of these laws was created to hurt Black people. So if you simply follow the law, just like with marijuana, I never smoked marijuana because it didn't match. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it made me feel. So I just so happened to be following the law. But a lot of people that did sacrifice their freedom for marijuana, selling it and stuff back, man, they got punished with these laws that's no longer laws no more. You see what I'm saying? Like, these laws change. People, we change too, but majority of the time, what's right just inherently in us. So the laws change, but what's within us that's right is inherently, like, it's ingrained. So a lot of these laws, man, they be created. Somebody calling me. Who this is? Bunch of telemarketers. So yeah, that's why I personally don't think of the law one way or another. Most times, if the police stop me, with the police, I don't necessarily care. I actually identify with them because they got a union. I got a union. That's about it. Other than that, I don't think they're, they know different, no special. But guess what? My time is always on the line. If I'm out and about, I'm not just out for nothing. So I'm on my way somewhere. So with the police, I'm always gonna try to help them help me get on my way. I ain't got no, like with Bud, he had guns, it's legal. Guess what? That's him following the law. And he want to protect himself. That makes sense. That's smart. Okay? And he following the law. So, hey, man, you get them that license, that gun license, your license registration, so you can get on your way. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like that's my perspective on all of that. But yeah, let's let Big Ant chop it up.
I ain't killed nobody. I ain't shot nobody. I ain't robbed nobody. I ain't breaking no laws. Obviously, nigga, what laws do I got to break? The entire world was just watching me 2 weeks ago.
Real talk.
And for them to not know, hey, bro, this Terrence
That's my bro.
Like, we can't see. We didn't notice that. Now everybody don't watch boxing. But in Omaha, bro, this is a small market town, small market city.
They lying.
You would think after bro speak and talk a little bit, all right, bro, this Terrence Crawford. Let's just see what's up, bro. You can hit him with the, hey, bro, I see the gun down there. You got a license for that? Yeah, we got a license because everybody in the car is licensed to carry. So it's like when they got to doing all the information, we just got to see how all this play out, bro. We ain't going to just jump the gun. But me being a nigga myself, bro, I done seen a lot. I done been through a lot. I done had my car stripped down and searched, everything taken out, laid on the sidewalk.
Me too.
I actually learned the laws up from how police move and how they can and can't search you, what you supposed to say and not say through going through this since a teenager, bro. Like, hey, pull you over the first time you just say they want to search the car. Hey, I don't got nothing in here. I don't do nothing, bro. Hey, all right, well, we want to search. Bet, go ahead. Ain't nothing in here. Then the first time they did search, second time I got pulled over, they was like, hey, man, we want to search the car. Ain't nothing in here, huh? I said, nah, ain't nothing in there, bro. I'm straight. I ain't doing nothing. They like, we gonna search the car. In my head, I'm like, nah, bro, what y'all gotta search my car for? I ain't did nothing wrong. I'm feeling a way about it, but I ain't tripping. And then I say, well, go ahead and search because I know I ain't got nothing in here. Nigga take everything out my car, bro. I had the 412s at that time in the trunk. They done pulled every single thing they can out the car, gloved the box, laid it all on the sidewalk on the side of the road, and just left. Ain't help a nigga put nothing back up, and I felt played and disrespected. And I said, never again, bro, because I ain't even doing nothing. I ain't had nothing on me. Then I'm like, over the years, just went through so much. Like, these laws can be excessive with people at times, bro. So we'll see how this one right here play out. Congratulations to Crawford, though. Most definitely putting on that demonstration, getting in there, and most definitely breaking another record, showing that he really him and not them, going up in the weight classes in that short amount of time and that short amount of years, bro. That was straight dominance. Hey, go ahead and defend these other titles one time at this level, at that weight. You know, Crawford could go ahead and pretty much retire after that, bro. If he want to. It's on him. He still got a little time if he want to keep going. I most definitely got to salute and congratulate him. Canelo Alvarez ain't no pushover, ain't no slouch.
Exactly.
He most definitely was him too, but he got in there.
He was.
As Crawford showed y'all, I could dominate because I was one person myself. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The skill set, everybody who been watching Crawford, I got hip to Crawford like over 2 years ago. I'm like, nah, Crawford really got it. I just was skeptical on that weight because I know how just important that weight is in boxing. That's all my only question. I figured like, hey, he matching, if not outdoing Canelo on the skill set any day. But the weight wasn't a factor. He dominated beginning to end. Most definitely continue to go up. And everything gonna be straight, man. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit shows. Stay on your pivot.
Yeah, wanted to chime in on that, man. Like how a lot of us in our community, like, have been violated. Like, we have historically been violated. Like I said, these laws, a lot of them was made specifically for our people to, quote unquote, try to keep us in our place, not knowing that our place is actually the beginning of humanity. Our place is really, we're like God to mankind. So our place really, we're the beginning. We're the Alpha and the Omega. We are black people, that's the Alpha, and white people. They're the Omega. They're the last of the human race to evolve into whatever mutation that they have from us, right? So we're the Alpha and the Omega, and everything in between. Every other kind of race, culture of people, mixture of people, we are everybody. So that's our place. That's God's law. That's just how God made it. So, you know, as much as they make these laws to try to only apply to black, so-called, you know, melanated people, black people, you know, I've just been thinking, like, that concept of reverse everything, reverse racism, reverse this. We need to have some reverse laws, you know, where black people, the original people, us, we basically have some laws specific to every other race of people. You know, like the so-called white person, which is, like I said, that's our, you know, those are our non-melanated brothers. We need to have some laws to try to keep them in check, keep them in place. Because apparently they have went like bananas, you know. Man, like, you leave them unchecked, they think that they could just come grab you, hang you, come, you know, as police pull you out, snatch you out, shoot you. You know, like what Big Ant said, take all your stuff out and leave it there. Come on, man. We need some reverse laws. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like, our people in this country, we've been, especially the men, you know, and then it's just so weird and so cringy to hear people like Charlie Kirk wanna like try to make the black men in our community be responsible, be accountable for what their men do to our men. You know, it's just it's so insulting to hear And to see this tone, it's been going on. Been going on. They've been wanting us to feel responsible for something that they do to us, right? That's that mental violence that they do. That mental violence, and that's that violence. If you're not in tune enough, that's that stuff that make you literally want to hurt yourself. Literally want to hurt yourself, either yourself personally or somebody that look like you. Whether it's with words or whether it's with violence, like physical violence. So a lot of our people are so mentally traumatized that they're out here, whether they're doing it civilly, like on a lot of these podcasts, or whether they're doing it uncivilly, as in like gang violence. But it's the same thing, self-hate. So, these Charlie Kirks, and rest in heaven to him, regardless of what his legacy is, what it means to me, But the people that's still here spewing that rhetoric, like Nick Fuentes, want black people to feel responsible. I'm going to say this. Each human has a choice. So, each individual should be accountable for each individual choice that they have. But it's a system. It's a some systemic stuff at play that have laid the foundation for a lot of these things to play out. Like the seed of it has been planted many years ago with that mental violence that white America has put against us through physical violence or threats of physical violence. That threat, like when I was a young boy, my daddy would call from work and tell me, Marlon, I want you to take your clothes off. I used to get whooped butt naked. My daddy used to whoop me and my brothers with no clothes on. He would call from work. If he heard I was doing something wrong, he would call from work and threaten me to tell me I better have my clothes off. Just him saying that of me knowing or figuring, because a lot of times he wouldn't whoop right then. Usually what he would do also is wait. He'd have a whooping on standby. So with that threat, that scared me more than the actual whooping. I just wanted him to get it over with too. If he said he was gonna whoop me, just whoop me that day. Because waiting 2, 3, 4 days, 5 days a week to get a whooping, man, that was traumatizing. So that's the kind of, and it's fitting that I bring my daddy into this equation because my daddy was directly affected by that type of stuff too. That same strategy was used on our ancestors, especially the men, most notably the men, but our women too. Because a lot of the violence that was imposed on the men in our community, it was really through our men to our women. A lot of these white men were really, they were trying to, just like what any hateful or hating ass man do, they will try to get at your woman, get at you through your woman, and vice versa. Get at your woman through her man, right? So it's all that same stuff was done from the white community to the black community. And then once that happened for so long, by the time civil rights era come, the black on black hate is on autopilot. So it's starting to come out though in the white community. The white on white hate is we're starting to see more and more of it. And they can't ignore it no more. Even though they would love to act like they're isolated incidents. No, this is a mindset. It's the same thing within the black community. It's a mindset. No, we can't ignore what's going on in the black community, the black on black. No, we never wanted to ignore it either. But guess what? Let us work through that. Just like what my brother Hood Politics said, man, what we do in our community don't affect y'all. You know, you might have a few isolated incidents of, you know, like the guy on that train. Now that was more of a mental illness thing with that guy in Charlotte, with, you know, taking that like he snapped out and hurt that Ukrainian woman, rest in heaven to her. But that was more, you know, a lot of this stuff in both community and all our communities be a lot of mental shit going on. People be mentally challenged. Like, you know, I don't know what to say, but I wouldn't say it's a racial thing a lot of times, a lot of these incidents. But some of this stuff, you got all the way from the top, Trump kind of setting the tone and emboldening a lot of people in the white community to commit the heinous crimes that they're committing. And I just think at the end of this, a combination of both. But yeah, I'm glad I watched that with y'all. Just wanted to share my perspective on it. I'm gonna add, like I said, I'm gonna add the link to the description in the video. And I want y'all to check Big Ant the Spokesman out. It's one of my favorite all-time channels, man. I know, I'm sure his channel way bigger than mine, so I'm sure y'all know about his channel, but I just wanted to like solidify, like put my stamp on personally from me to him, man. It's one of my brothers. I have reached out to him before. He seemed to be very approachable, man. He him. Like he is us. He, me, I'm him. We us. So I really identify with his channel. Keep it up, Big Ant. And anybody else that's thinking about doing this same stuff that look like us, we need you now more than ever. Your opinion counts. What you think of all of this crazy stuff that's going on in this world matters the most now. You know what I mean? And we need to, I ain't gonna say nothing else about that because a lot of stuff moving forward, we don't need to broadcast. But the point of it is, look, you have a voice. Every one of us have a voice. And like I said, Big Ant inspired me. So if I could do the same and inspire others to join us on this crusade, and guess what? Speak truth to power. Don't just say things for clickbait. I believe you could be successful and be purposeful at the same time. You know, so I don't agree with that. Just if you just talking bad about black people, you know, because people love to see that. You will get rich. You will get famous for talking bad about black people, especially on these forums, on these platforms. But does that make it purposeful? You know, and that's the thing, man. Are you getting money or do the money have you? That's the difference. A lot of people don't even understand the difference. You know, and it's essentially selling your soul, if you ask me. So I will never sell my soul. I'm going to do what God put me on this earth to do, which is spread truth. And I believe my channel does that. I speak primarily about how we're all black. Everybody's black. And that's something I don't hear nobody saying. So that's my lane. That's my niche that I'm offering on this thing, which I've been doing a lot of research about how to be a successful YouTuber. You need to find your niche. My niche is everybody black. But yeah, y'all, I'm out to the next one. I'll be back with more and more and more and more. This is the start of something new. So yeah, I'm out. One.